Introducing the Paddy Power World Darts Championships.
Welcome back to Online Darts. We're here at the Dazzler in Leeds and we've got Super Chin Daryl Gurney. World Championship preparation is well underway.
Yes, and it's going well, but obviously you don't know until you get on that stage and play whoever you're playing.
You've got a run of nights of exhibitions and this is key practice for you guys, isn't it? Because you've got a practice room that's full of banter like you have at Ali Pally, but playing these guys up on a big stage. I know it's only an exhibition, but it's still the best practice going, isn't it?
Well, match practice is the only practice.
Not cricket.
I knew you wouldn't take long. Wouldn't take long to get that on, but we'll not bring that up because
you'll get it in there.
It's a touchy subject back home. But no, yeah, I mean we're in there having a bit of crack, and they're practicing, and you know, things are going well. I've been working around the house. I did everything I could last week, so from here on in, it's just darts. See how many hours I'm willing to do every day. Don't get me wrong, after like 2 or 3 hours I'm like,
where's the car?
I need to I'll get bored that kind of quick, but if you're practicing with somebody it goes a lot quicker. Yeah. But they don't like practicing with me that much anymore. Josie. But yeah, you know, so we'll so I'm dedicated now just to practicing and getting ready for the Worlds.
How would you sum up your year as a whole?
I think I played really, really well, but I've always got this tendency of throwing out a poor game, and whenever I throw that in now, I get beat. So, I mean, there was one of the last Pro Tours. I think I won my board 3 ton plus averages, and as soon as I moved to another board, and it's another thing I'm starting to struggle with, is moving to another board. And I moved to another board, felt great, and then all of a sudden, instead of hitting tons, I was hitting 60s, instead of 140s, hitting tons, and ended up getting hammered by head away at 90 average, and it's see getting your head around that, and whenever you're feeling so good, but then whenever you're fighting against the board, and then once you're fighting against the board, you're fighting against yourself, and then it's always a losing battle. But I think I've had a good enough year. I mean, I don't know on my averages whenever I was number 3 in the world, but I feel like I'm a better player now than I was whenever I was number 3. But the standard has moved so much further on, and that's where I am in the 20 odd in the rankings, and that's where I deserve to be. I don't believe I deserve to be in the top 16. I think a match showed me something like my averages over the whole year. I was 14th or 16th or something. So I would say it's a big improvement from last year, but I have to maintain it again next year.
Going to Ali Pally, I know every player wants to win the tournament, that's a given, but have you got a realistic expectation that as a bare minimum you'd be happy with?
I mean, I haven't looked past whoever I've got to play the winner of. Obviously I know it's Steve Beaton and some young lad, and
Wessel Nyman. Yes,
and you know that young player, and he's supposed to be a really good player.
Yeah, well, Wessel's a really good prospect and talent.
Yeah, well, I mean, Matt says to me he's as good as Van Veen.
I'd with him on that. I'd put him on a par, yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, if he turns up, I think he might beat Steve, but then again, it's like you says, first time on the Ali Pally stage, Steve's got like more experience than half the people that's qualified.
Yeah.
So, but we'll see. I mean, as I say, youth against experience, we'll see. But no, but I'm looking forward to it. But realistically, I think I just take every game as it comes. If I can get past whoever I have to play, and then after that, if I can win a couple of games, realistically, I think I'm playing well enough to do like maybe a quarters, but I haven't looked to see who's in my quarter. Yeah. I haven't looked to see if it's Luke or Michael or Gizzy or whoever. So I haven't looked, and it's just like one game at a time. But I would love to say like quarters and be there near the end, which would be a successful World Championship for me. I'm not one of these people that go, oh, I'm going to win it. And realistically, you're not. I've got the game, but it needs to all come at once. I think I said this before. I think the stars all need to be in line.
Yeah,
and all that kind of stuff. But I haven't got that game to beat anybody, and you just never know. I mean, like I turned up in Blackpool and I played brilliant in Blackpool the first 2 games, and then my arm got sore and I was just awful against Joe Cullen. So. Yeah, I mean, if that doesn't happen, I've got a chance. I can take the first 2 games into the woods, my finishing percentage, and my scoring's up there. So, yeah, we'll just see how it goes, 1 game at a time.
You're in that practice room with the 2 favourites for the Worlds, Luke and Michael. Has that banter between them already started?
No, well, I don't know. I think we're all kind of winding one another up. I mean, Luke's obviously very quiet, and then Mike's trying to wind him up, and then he's trying to wind me up, and then I'm trying to wind Michael up, and then and Luke's just kind of, he doesn't know what's happening. So, yeah, I mean, I've been around a long time now, and I know how to take Mike, but I mean, them two's just in cruise control. And I'm in there practicing, just another night's practice for me, but whereas they're just up there going to probably knock lumps out of themselves whenever they play best of 17 tonight. Yeah. And I haven't got that long a format, so I'm happy with that.
So obviously news broke as well during the week that you and MDA are going to part companies in 2024. A long relationship you've had with Matt, and was that a difficult process to come to?
No, not really. Both of us were at the same stage, and it's just like Matt mentioned it first, and then if he hadn't mentioned it, I was going to mention it. Yeah. But he is very, very busy now. Doing exhibition scenes, doing setup on exhibitions, so he hasn't really got time as much as he had for doing the exhibition or doing the PDC circuit, and I always enjoyed whenever he was there, because whenever he was there and he was standing behind me whenever I was playing, I always got the more urgency about the throw, more, I would try harder and stuff like that, and he's just not there anymore, because obviously, I mean, he's a father and he's got other priorities, so yeah, I mean, nothing bad's happened. He's still going to look after my properties, thank God, that I don't have to worry about that. So no bad blood. We're still good friends, still good mates. I'm still the godfather to his son. So yeah, no, it's just a mutual agreement.
You touched on there, being friends is the key to this. Was this something that you didn't want to affect your friendship? Obviously the player and manager situation, so it was like, right, let's sort this out before it affected the friendship first and foremost. Yeah,
definitely. I mean, I would rather do what we're doing now than lose Matt as a friend. I mean, everybody knows Matt, and
yeah, absolutely.
And I mean, every time the first time meeting Matt, you don't get his sense of humour, and a lot of people don't really like him that well, even though he's going to watch this now and go, what is he talking about? But he knows that himself. You know that yourself. Yeah. But once they get to know him, they know that's just how he is, and he is a nice fella, nice lad, and he's a bit childish at times, but that's just his sense of humour.
You ready to go it alone then? Because obviously sometimes we see it not just in darts but in other sports, when boxers split from manager and trainer and then they go with someone new or do it themselves, it reinvents them. Are you hoping this may be the catalyst for Daryl Gurney in 24 as well?
Yeah, I mean, Matt had me running 200 metres every day, so so definitely different scenario, but no, I mean, as I say, I wish Matt all the best, and his players, and MDA, and he's the same. I mean, he's ready. Says to me, he says, as soon as the darts is going on, he says, I'll be still looking you up whenever you're playing. But as I say, nothing's bad happened. We're not at one another's throats or nothing like that, and we're just as friends as we were before this decision was.
Does that mean the dude's coming back, or are we stuck with Super Chin?
Well, I've got a small story about that. I would love to change it to the dude.
I still remember
I'm not a big fan of this Super Chin. But my sister's got a tattoo here. Oh, the symbol on the back of my shirt with Super Chin, so I probably have to stay with it. All honesty, so that's why I can't change it. And if I change it, I think she'd go off her head, even though you can get it removed. But I wouldn't do that there. But yeah, my sister's got a tattoo of that on her, and I don't think I'd ruin her.
Can you not keep the logo and just put the dude on the logo instead of Super Chin?
Yeah, imagine getting a tattoo just with a big X through it and write the dude on the name. But yeah, no, it's going to have to stay the same. Thank God Matt or MDA didn't like trademark it, so I had to like get rid of it if I left. So no, we're still good in that sense.
Daryl, absolute pleasure catching up with you here at the Dazzle Light as always, and good luck at Ali Pally.
Cheers, Phil.
Introducing the Paddy Power World Darts Championships.